everybody, my name is Analyticalplum and welcome back to my channel. For today's video we are going to be starting a new series, and it is one that has been quite requested by a lot of you, and that is going to be My Lady Jane. Now I have been really wanting to watch this, and I was actually going to watch it just on the side, but because you've been wanting to see it, I thought why not react to it on my channel. So here it is. Also, following along from my last video, which was a Good Girl's Guide to Murder finale, quite a lot of you were very interested in a Q&A video from me. So if you have any questions for me, write them down below in the comment section, or I'm going to post a community tab specifically just for like the questions. So hopefully if we get enough questions, then you'll find out a bit more about me. But before we begin watching My Lady Jane, I would love if you would consider subscribing. I do post twice a week, but don't hold me to that. And if you do love my reaction videos, or if you're excited for My Lady Jane, I would love if you would leave a like. It does help me out a ton. And without further ado, let's see what Lady Jane is all about.
In a land not that far away, a succession of kings believed God granted them the right to rule England however they chose.
Not much has changed then. It's just slightly different now. So I only briefly read the description of this, and it seems kind of historical with a bit of magic. So I was like, yes, that is my thing. If this is based off real history, this is not the part of history I know, so I don't know anything about this side of it, so it's all gonna be a surprise.
You know Henry VIII, giant red-headed Tudor king?
Yeah.
It's like Kleenex, one blow and you're out. Divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived.
Okay. This is, I go on about horrible histories all the time, but this is proper reminding me of horrible histories. You know what? Just based off this first, 10 seconds alone, I think I'm going to enjoy this.
Oh dear. When he died, the kingdom expected the crown to go to his half-sisters, but instead came a total bloody shocker. Lady Jane Grey.
So I assume that's our leading lady in this series. Oh, this is going to be quite interesting. So it does seem to be based off history. I know at least my facts about Henry VIII.
Jane was married without her consent and crowned queen against her will. Just 9 days later, she was branded a traitor.
Yeah, that was pretty much a reoccurring thing in those days, weren't it? Just get married off and then hopefully you don't get murdered by everyone else. Oh, poor Lady Jane. You know, poor the rest of the women in history.
Jane could have been the leader England needed. History remembers her as the ultimate damsel in distress. Fuck that. What if history were different?
Oh, so this is a what if thing. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, how the hell is this gonna be a thing if she's dead? But that makes a bit more sense. Oh, this is exciting.
If his member looks pustular, don't shag him. Wise words, Susanna. I made this salve to cure you rich.
Oh, she's, I don't know her name, but she's from another show that I really like. Extraordinary. Extraordinary? I don't really know how to say it, but I loved her in that.
I can't abstain for a few weeks. Could you?
I couldn't. Jane wouldn't know.
Saving herself for marriage.
Saving myself for myself, actually.
See, it's all up to choice. You do whatever you want. That's what I like.
I'm writing the world's first complete compendium of England's medicinal herbs, text and drawings for those who can't read. I intend to publish it and sell it.
Is this an actual thing that she did, or is this something that she was planning to do? Do you know what? At the end of these episodes, it's just going to be me researching. Is this true? Did this happen? Because it gets me so excited and interested in history. I love history. Do you know what? Even though I can read, I feel like everything is so much more fun with drawings. So even though the drawings are for the illiterate, I'm all for the flowers. Give me the flowers.
Jane, look. It's me stable boy. Lot. Teach me how to ride.
Ride what? Am I the only one that's really concerned that he's holding the sharp pointy bit behind him where you can't see that? If he were to slip with his, if he were to drop that, that's just going to go straight into his back. And then he is going to end up like Henry's wives, isn't he?
When Jane's father died with no male heir, his great-uncle, once removed, inherited everything.
I mean, I don't want to be a mean person, but really? If he were to fall over, then it's like immediately like the title needs to go to somebody else. I just feel like there was no logical thinking in these times.
Ghastly crowds on the London road, hanging at Chepstow.
I think we should burn them all.
Margaret.
Quite agree, Poppet.
Why is it always the little kids are just psychopaths? They come out with the most bizarre, menacing, evil things. I'm not convinced that they're not the most evil things on earth.
Elevation eases my gout.
You know, I read that.
You read? In a book?
How shocking. Ugh. I mean, everyone just literally lost their appetite. If there was any pigs or fish, they revived themselves just to get away from his foot.
I never permitted my wives, all dead in childbirth. The fruits of my loins are very large.
No, no, stop it.
Why did you burden us with all this education?
Because stupid women are tedious.
What about stupid men?
Eh?
Yeah, to be fair, they were the ones probably leading everything.
We have secured the most thrilling honor one can bestow upon a young noblewoman.
Freedom?
Your marriage.
Shut up!
I'm sorry.
You should be! You're wrong about everything.
Oh no, I'm scared. I mean, yes, I support her, but like, oh god. I don't know what type of consequences this show is going to throw out, so I'm not even sure what's going to happen, which makes it even worse.
Lord Guildford Dudley will be your husband.
The girls at court say he's vile. He's the last man I would ever marry.
Right, so following the recipe, right? Either this is going to be a really, really nasty man, or this is going to be the man she's going to end up with. What way is it going to go? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But I'm probably gearing more towards they're probably going to end up falling in love route. I don't know. Maybe she ends up falling in love with his brother, because that happens a lot. I don't even know if he has a brother.
In 3 days' time, you will be wed.
I will do everything in my power to get out of this marriage.
Jane, you have no power.
I mean, is she wrong? I know it's really sad, but she's not exactly wrong, is she? And it sucks. I am curious though if she's gonna pull this off, because it is a what if, so maybe she doesn't even get into that marriage. Or maybe that's the part that will stick around.
Where is my book? What did you do?
I threw that wretched thing on the fire.
Oh. I was gonna say she reminded me of Lady Featherington from Bridgerton, but no way! Lady Featherington is not that bad. I'm not even gonna be harsh enough to compare them anymore.
There comes a point when you realize you simply cannot put up with your mother's bullshit for another moment.
Yeah, I heavily relate to that. Oh, it's the stable boy.
Tell me what pleases you.
Cookies. Oh, that's a true friend right there.
We're leaving now.
You don't know what it's like out
Sound
there.
like my mother. When's the last time you even saw an Ethian?
What do you know? You don't go anywhere.
Oh dear. Is this going to be like an Eloise situation? I keep referring to Bridgerton with this just because it's my most recent thing I've seen and I find a lot of similarities. So if that gets annoying, I'm so sorry. But I'm going to do it anyway because it's how I process things. So anyway, is Lady Jane going to be like Eloise? Hopefully she don't get as bad as Eloise did in a recent season.
I want my life to be mine. Be fine on my own.
You'd be dead in a week. We'll need some money.
My sweet mother is a sound sleeper.
How old is Jane meant to be? I don't really know. I suppose from 14 to 20-ish, maybe? It could be anything, honestly. But I'm gearing more towards the 20-ish age. Hopefully. Considering I got a nudity warning before I watched this, I'm hoping it's more on the not a minor scale. Is she gonna bump into her betrothed? Is that what's gonna happen?
What's that sound? Run.
Oh, you can't outrun the dogs. No way. Find a water source. Walk in the water.
They're here!
Ah.
That's the thief that stole my ring and kidnapped my daughter.
No.
Forgive me.
Ethian!
Is it weird that I got so wrapped up in it that I completely forgot that there was magic? It shocked me. I don't know why. I think I got too swept away. Well, that was interesting. That was cool, actually.
I had no idea.
Then you're a fool.
I really don't like her mum.
Some people can transform themselves into an animal. They're called Ethians.
I was not warned, and it kind of shocked me. But it was a good shock.
Jane was taught that Ethians are dangerous abominations. Ethianism skips generations and pops up, usually in puberty.
Imagine if your Ethiopian form was like a worm. I feel like that would be so disappointing. That would probably be my form. I don't know. I mean, people like Susanna would probably eat me. I'd like to think that I'd be quite a nice animal, but I probably would end up being an insect. Most likely a worm. My theory now, Lady Jane or her betrothed is an Ethiopian.
1 minute you're fighting with your sister, the next, bam, you're a badger.
Imagine being in the middle of an argument and then boom, you turn into like a raccoon or something. Imagine a sloth. No, I want to be a sloth. That's who I want to be.
Ethians have been reviled, persecuted, banned. King Henry, renowned head that he was, exiled them to the wilderness.
A bloody course he did. I would not see that being any other way.
And real life, as we know, can be a real kick in the tits.
Everyone who requested this, I love you. This is totally a me show, I think. And you know what? Not even halfway through this episode, and I think it's going to become one of my favourite series.
I have an idea. Let's test all the servants with the Duncan to see if they're Ethian.
And who will feed you and make you fires when all the servants are dead?
I told you, that little child is evil. Actually evil. She's an Ethiopian. She's going to hit puberty and she's going to turn into a slug. That's what I assign her.
Where's she going? To London to see Lord Dudley. Planning your wedding.
Great. Just what we wanted. Swell.
Follow that barge.
Surely they're going to notice that they're following them. That is so obvious.
Lady Frances.
Lord Dudley.
I know you.
My future daughter-in-law, welcome. Pie, jellied egret, and my own favourite, roast dolphin.
Oh, yum.
No, not the dolphins. They just like to ruin everything, don't they?
Musical players. How do we feel about the French?
Tepid.
Everybody tells me you're very, very clever.
I think my mother rather regrets my education.
That's absolute.
I jest.
Things are happening so quickly. Things are being said so quickly. Oh, God, I'm overwhelmed. It's like a process something, but they've already moved on and made another quick remark. And I'm like, what?
I'm here to meet your son.
I'm afraid Guildford isn't here. He's busy doing things.
Things.
Doing people, basically.
Do you know my other son, Stan, is also engaged to a Bavarian princess?
See, I knew it. I knew there had to be another one. But he already seems spoken for, so maybe we'll have to settle for the air.
Dudley and I have a marriage contract to discuss.
I would like to say something first.
Again?
Everything is so shocking.
I don't want to marry your son.
Nobody cares what you want.
She tried. A star for effort. I'll applaud her there.
Dare you hurt that child?
Is that worse?
Is this supposed to be the king's son, the heir? Is that at least something?
Teach him a lesson about the evils of begging.
Who is that man?
Lord Dudley's son.
Hopefully the younger one, yeah?
That's Guildford Dudley.
Nah, it's the other Dudley.
Jane knows that marrying such a prat is inconceivable.
This narrator is the best part of the series. I hope they're always narrating every single episode. I want them to be like a Lady Whistledown with Julia Andrews.
Edward's life changed from spending carefree days to being told how to rule his own bloody kingdom.
He don't look very well.
He's gone completely off script. Get the champ?
Oh, he's gonna get proper punished for this.
So that we may assure our people they are safe in England forever.
Oh, the forever part may be pushing it a little bit, because I can tell you that's not true.
Who are those new soldiers on the black horses?
I told you, an elite force to protect you from the Ethian menace.
That's one of the coolest wheelchairs I've ever seen in my life. See, if I end up in a wheelchair, that is something that I will be demanding. I will not settle for anything less. If it has to just be like printed on a sheet of paper and stuck on the back, I'm fine with that.
Beasts were caught sneaking into Grimsby. It was the pack. Ethian resistance.
I was about to say wolf pack.
But you told me there is plenty of food for them in the wild. Why must they sneak into Grimsby?
The mind boggles.
Don't kill them, just put them back in the woods or something.
It's probably like the American West's wild cowboy situations when they tried to control the Native Americans and they killed all of the buffaloes that they had as food in order to control them. It's probably similar to that. They're probably off killing all of the wildlife so they can't eat anything, so they're having to come to them for food, which is giving them power.
My cousin, Lady Jane Grey, is here. Dismiss all of you. Out.
Greatest king ever.
Say hello to my new doggy, Petunia. How are your sisters? Is Margaret still pulling wings of butterflies?
Is Margaret the little one? Vile. Not the butterflies.
My mother's forcing me to marry. Will you intervene?
Jane, I've already approved it.
Huh?
It is your duty to protect your family.
I do not choose to marry.
You think I chose this life?
I don't even know how to feel about that because, yeah, I'm like, on the one hand, they don't have a choice and that sucks. But on the other hand, it's like, what much else is there? Like, is this the only thing that they are able to do and able to secure something good for themselves and the people who they want to protect? Kind of like with Lady Featherington. She didn't have much going for her. She didn't really have any money. Didn't have control over the Featherington title, but she did the best she could in order to provide for her family. Not to say that they were good actions, but she did what she could. I have a little sympathy there for them.
I do not want to be a wife, just some man's property.
Well, I do not want to be a dying king, but here we are.
You're not dying. Are you?
Maybe.
I'm doing my best, but soon I'll be gone.
No.
This is the real world. Noble women marry.
They keep saying the real world, but somebody just turned into a hawk and flew away, so I'm not quite seeing that.
As the chap in question, you'll quickly improve him the way that you improved me.
Ew.
Did I need improving, though? That is the question.
Hey, it's not our jobs to improve people. That's the job of therapists and themselves. They need to work on themselves.
I always thought marriage sounded rather fun. Someone to make you laugh, tell you that you're not alone.
I wonder if they're not beating you up. Yeah, that would be great.
Their brother, Edward, is youngest, but the first to get the crown because of,
Chop chop this.
you know, his penis.
Oh, I know these two ladies a lot. They're I wouldn't say my favourite part of all of this. I don't even know if I have a favourite, but I know about them a lot.
Oh, you look terrible.
I don't think I look that bad, actually.
Hello, brother.
Jane and I were having some...
Blackberry pie. Your favourite.
I think I know how this is going to go. Are they gonna try and bumlick him? Because if he's dying, then there's a will and there's a transference of title and things. So they're probably bumlicking him so they can get things. Or maybe they're just genuinely caring and I'm just a spiteful, horrible person. But either way, I guess we'll find out.
Infliction is such a dreadful way to die. Cough and cough until you cough your lungs right out.
The pie was poisonous. It was the pie.
Jane saved the king's life.
I think he needs a doctor after getting here. Well, that's put it off for a bit, but not for long. Oh, not leeches.
Suggestion, Your Highness. Boiled kitten tea with urine.
Lovely. No kitten tea.
Yeah, it provides that extra little bit of spice, wouldn't it?
I think the time has come to appoint your successor upon me as Lord Protector to confirm that your eldest sister Mary is indeed the rightful heir to the throne.
So, if this is a what if, there's no guarantee that it's going to go to Elizabeth or Mary, is it? Is he gonna assign it to Lady Jane? Is that what's gonna happen? Is this how she gets out of marriage? Although, considering how he was talking about it to her earlier, I'm not sure that's his way of thinking.
What if there was somebody else? Someone with direct royal lineage, perhaps engaged to a high-born Verity?
Someone like, oh, I don't know, Lady Jane.
Lady Jane.
Terrible idea. But this is Royal Highness's idea. Are you saying it's terrible?
No, it weren't.
Girls can't rule.
Jane could rule with our help.
I'm very indecisive because I know that this is good for Lady Jane, kind of. I don't know. I think she'll get a little bit more freedom. Possibly, I don't know, would there be more restrictions? But he's probably only suggesting that because if he's afflicted with this, then, you know, it's a chance for him to get more himself. Like, he's doing it in a selfish way. Considering we got warnings at the beginning how greedy they all are, like the Dudleys.
Jane's husband-to-be is your son. The future king would be his grandson.
See, that's why he's saying it.
You may only open this in the event of my death and not before.
Is it really gonna stay that way? I doubt it.
This matter of succession.
I bow to King Edward's wishes, whatever they may be.
May the devil take you.
They're both the exact same person, so all of this name calling and insulting is just hypocritical.
Cannot be responsible for what happens next.
I have a wedding to plan.
Yeah, I bet you're so excited about that, aren't you?
Princess Mary's blackberry pie, she's dote, isn't she?
Petunia! Africa! Kill it! No! Do not touch my dog.
Yeah, I second that, you evil man. See, the dog can sense how evil they are.
She is alone and free. Guards, a search party. Not today, Satan.
For how long, though? How long is she going to be free? Because I don't think it's going to be for very long.
Somewhere no one would ever think to look.
Oh, she's going to find her betrothed here, isn't she?
Shall I torture you with a poem?
Not a fan of those.
Meum est probisitum in taberna mori. Ubi vina proxima morientis.
That's definitely her betrothed, isn't it?
Oops.
How's your response? Where'd you learn your Latin? In a ditch?
Is this their way of flirting? I'm totally with it. I'm totally digging this.
Oh, well, where I come from, pedantry is a virtue.
Where I come from, amiability trumps semantics.
Amiability is for the meek.
Amiability is for the amiable.
Yeah, I've lost track. These are two big words for me. I have no idea what that means. I'll just, you know, be happy in the fact that they're both flirting and smiling at each other. Smile and wave.
Good night.
Wait,
Yes?
who are you?
Who are you?
You lot can't be here.
We just came for a drink, mate.
Are they Ethiopians? By the way, is Susanna coming back, or was that it? I want her to come back because I like her. She's so cool. I'll be disappointed if she don't.
We have it on excellent authority that a certain beast might be in here.
Oh,
Hunting scum makes me ever so thirsty.
makes you so nasty as well.
Hand him over, or we dunk every last one of you.
It's kind of like the Salem witch trials. You just do the most bizarre things just as an excuse to murder a whole bunch of people. Or in this case, shape-shifting people, animals. See, at the end of this, Lady Jane's actually a dragon.
What do you think? You up for it?
Yeah, okay.
Are we fighting?
I'm Archer.
Oh, wow. Oh. Instead of Fox and a Hound, it's Bear and the Hound. And instead of being the best of friends, and I don't really remember the rest of the story, the hunting duo. They don't sound as cool.
This is madness. I never knew things were like this.
Never seen a bear in a bar before?
Just an everyday occurrence. That's probably expensive. What is it, like a $5 just for a small drink now? Yes! She's back!
Susanna! Susanna?
Oh.
Come with me.
Don't be seduced. You can break through it. You can resist it.
I don't think so.
Susanna, go!
How about a nice dunking instead?
So she didn't make it very far without someone wanting to murder her again. Seems to be a reoccurring thing.
Shall we have a nibble?
Your Majesty, your great-grandmother sent me.
Oh, you lie.
Oh, hello.
And she sent me here because she suspected that you do not have the affliction.
Yes, it's all in the food. See, that pie, as soon as he ate it, he started choking on it. And what did they do? Make him another pie, which the dog was barking at, the dog being her. It's the food.
I can smell it in your food. It's a lot to process.
No, that actually explains a lot. Who is poisoning me?
Everyone, probably.
There's a robe just there.
He is not interested in women. He always imagined girls looked like men without their clothes.
He was probably so disappointed. Probably the most disappointed a man has ever been. That's a lie. There's a lot more disappointments. And by man, I meant straight men.
You get dressed, and we will be off.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
What? Why not?
Well, until about 5 minutes ago, you were a dog.
Yeah, I mean, they are a stranger, aren't they? Wait, so if they were being poisoned and this is a what if, I'm going to say this a lot, but does that mean he doesn't have to die and he could stay alive and be happy and talk to Lady Jane? I would like that very much.
Good evening, Your Majesty.
Oh. Oh, okay.
And his will for succession is
Done.
However, if something happened?
No.
Tell me what happened.
Nothing happened.
I'm probably just being stupid, but what is so desirable about a throne? I know you get loads of power, but why is that a good thing? I feel like if I were to just be alone in my hobbit hole, won't have to answer loads of questions and, you know, talk to people, I'd be so happy. But I don't see the desire. I know some people may desire that power, but I don't see what's so great about it. I'm just like, leave me alone.
You are the natural choice, Pudding Pie. The entire kingdom wants you and you alone to succeed him.
Pudding Pie? That is the worst pet name I've ever heard. And we've literally just seen a dog named Petunia. Nothing a bit against dogs named Petunia, but I mean, there are better names.
I will be queen, and I will cleanse England of Satan's beast.
That was smooth, I'm not gonna lie.
A dunking. Torture to force a suspected Ethian to change.
So like the Salem witch trials.
What about her? Might be a beast.
No, I'm not Ethian. I'm not. Don't you? No!
Come on, my betrothal guess. Come along.
That is Lady Jane Grey. To cease drowning her immediately.
Well, what I wanted, but at least she's not in the water, so you gotta take what you can get.
If you don't marry Guilford Dudley tomorrow,
be
forced to marry your sister Catherine to the Duke of Leicester.
You wouldn't.
Try me.
Do you know what she looks like that I just thought of? You know, the Queen of Hearts from the Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland. The way that her head is, that's what she looks like. I've been thinking about it this whole time.
Her thoughts keep drifting back to that intriguing yet infuriating young man. Her existence would be all injustice now.
That's okay. She'll be married to him by the end of the day. It's fine. She just needs to read more novels rather than herby ones. And then she'll realise that it's all fine. It's all right in the end.
You know the servants hate it when you get your fake blood on everything. Wait, come back.
Don't say she's going to pretend to, like, die or something. What's she planning?
Leave them wanting less.
Oh, that is quite pretty, actually. I like that.
What? Well, you'll do, I suppose.
Oh, lovely. Oh. That's not actually her betrothed, is it? He's gonna show up late. I knew it.
Oh, yes. May I present Jane's husband-to-be?
Even though I knew this was going to happen, it's still so exciting and funny, actually. You can't beat it. And even better is if they don't get along. Enemies to lovers, I'm all for that.
I, Guilford, take thee to be my...
Are you going to say it? No?
my wedded wife.
Right.
I, Jane.
Oh, that's what she done with her fake blood. He knows. So that was my reaction to the first episode of Lady Jane. I am really loving it so far. I think this is definitely a series that is up my alley. It has everything I love. And I think that magical kind of fantasy aspect to it is always one of my favourites. Like, fantasy is one of my favourite genres, and like in books especially. This is just me written all over it. And again, I thank all of you that recommended for me to react to it on my channel. So that is it from me today. Comment below anything that you thought of this series, and again, comment below any questions you want me to answer to get to know me better, and I will see all of you in my next video.